My name is Clara, and today I had visitors at my home from Eat Your Yard Jack's. Tim came out with some of his crew, and Tim and I have a great history. I've learned a lot from him, so it was really fun to have him come to my property and see what I've done over the past 3 years. So I purchased this property 3 years ago in 2022, right after I retired from the military. I had been in the Coast Guard for 25 years, and it was an amazing adventure. It was an amazing career, and we got to live in some wonderful places. Hawaii, Alaska, the Pacific Northwest, near Seattle, all these wonderful places. But a military career meant that every 3 or 4 years, I was starting a new garden in a new home, starting a new mini homestead that I knew we would have to uproot and leave in a few years. Regardless, we did it. I learned so much from every place that we lived, and then purchasing this property for ourselves a few years ago, it was a game changer. We really got to put down roots and create a permaculture homestead of our own right here in Jacksonville.
Using Chinese traditional medicine, it's an amazing chop and drop crop. The bunnies and the rabbits can eat it as a fodder crop. I can tell by the color, that's going to be very apricot tasting.
Favorite parts of the garden, I have a few favorite parts, but I should explain that I'm also feeding teenage boys. And I really, as the garden grows, I really want to incorporate more and more and more of what we're growing into our daily diets. It's taken a few years to really build up the garden to have year-round food that we're harvesting all the time. But recently, one of my favorite parts is the back portion of my property. It's only 3/4 of an acre, but the back quarter of an acre is wooded, and we have a little stream that flows through. Part of those woods have been taken over by invasive bamboo, and over the course of the last 6 or 9 months, we've been clearing that bamboo, digging out the rhizomes, and really opening up that south-facing side of the property to let sunlight in, to let airflow come from the St. Johns River, to really just open up the area. And that's now where we're keeping the bees. That's our bee apiary. They need that sunlight. So that has really become just a favorite part of the property. It invites neighbors. It's a wonderful place to congregate and to just be near the bees and be near the little stream that flows through there. But that's a highlight of the property, is the bee area, as well as the garden. We also have another great place that we've utilized, the front of our property, and Tim will showcase this in our video. The front of the property is where the septic drain field is, so we don't grow food there, but we have created a Florida native pollinator, just landscape that's all meant for the butterflies and the bees and everything that wants those flowers that are blooming almost year-round. We can get a lot of stuff to bloom year-round, but that has been the way that we've used that septic drain field area.